never gonna believe this. There's always some crazy wildlife on our property. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Try not to scare it. Probably the first time I've ever seen anything like this. I think it's sleeping. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Hey, welcome to All Things Outdoors. So I'm bringing something to you. I'm always in the hunt for lighter gear. I think I found something that really intrigued me. Been looking for that special piece of gear that'll complement my desire to want to fish and hike at the same time and maintain a light weight. However, I feel like I need to put it to the test. But what I found is called the pin rod. Pin rod. Anyways, it's a pin that when you open it up, becomes a fishing rod. Now this thing is actually advertised to hold 5 pounds, and I've been very curious about that. If it actually would hold 5 pounds, that would be fantastic. However, I want to see what it will do. Luckily for me, it also comes with a matching reel. Now I've put on about, I think it's like around 8 pound mono test on this, so it's got a lot of flexibility. Usually 8 pound you can bring in a much larger fish if you play it right, but I'm just kind of curious at how this thing works. I will tell you, I don't think it's going to bring in a 5 pound fish, but I've been surprised before. Now I've got a few different types of baits, going from the smaller to the larger, and then my super secret catfish bait. But let's see what we can catch. Start working to try to maybe catch a few smaller fish and then work our way up, and maybe we can get lucky and get a decent sized catfish. It's been pretty warm, but I think we need to at least try and put this pole through its paces. If we don't catch a large enough fish, there is a unicorn floating around the pond. Let's see what we can do. This thing's already falling apart. What is this? Alright, so got the reel on. Looks like you could, I guess if you wanted to make a two-handed cast, you could put the cap on the bottom. Alright, now for Grandpa's super secret fishing knot. I can't even get this reel to work. Alright, the reel's a fail. Plan 2, we're still going to test this rod. Okay, problem 1, the reel is junk. I couldn't even get it to work. So I ended up taking off this reel and putting on, it's called a Dock Demon by Zebco. It's like a little travel dock reel. It's really just a upscale, maybe kids pole. So I fabricated the reel to be able to fit the pin rod just so I can try to catch a fish and see if it breaks. My confidence is dwindling quickly. Wolf spider. First cast. Alright, now we got something. Yeah, little guy. So, I don't know, probably a 9-incher, maybe. So, seems to be holding it pretty strong. No issues yet. Sure is bending quite a bit. So far, so good. Let's get him back in the water. All right, little fella, run on. All the eyelets in check. All right, so far, so good. Oh, look out! Feels like a bluegill. Yes, it is. You can always tell when it's bluegill because as soon as they hit, they start to circle. Let's see some of the coloring in our pond. There we go. Just for my pond, and it's kind of for my kids' sake, as well as makes it easier on the fish. I always pinch down the barbs. It just makes the hook come out a lot easier than when there's a barb on it. Let's try a different section of the pond. Yeah, let's see if we can get something a little different. Gamugatsu hooks are sharp.
Gamugatsu hooks are sharp.
Oh, I see you. Both of you. Ooh. Hey, got a hybrid. Oh. Not too bad at all. Oh! Oh! That was a big catfish. Well, let me grab another hook, reload, and I'll be right back. Oh. Doesn't feel like anything major. And another bluegill. Oh! Oh, we got one. We definitely got a catfish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's not huge, but we definitely got what we were after. Probably a couple, 2.5 pounds. All right. All right. Actually, this rod is holding up well, like really well. Let's get you off here. So much easier that way without that barb. I'll tell you real quick, and I'll let them back in. Each one of those horns hurt. Best way, put your index finger over and under one side and your thumb on the other side. Best way to hold a catfish. Crazy bluegill. Oh. And that's how long a pin rod lasts. Fail. All right, so pin rod, no go. It actually broke on the rod itself, not at like one of the joints or one of the eyelets. So everything about this has not worked. The reel that came with it didn't work, and it lasted a handful of fish. So not recommending the pin rod. Stay away from it on Amazon. Hope this helps out. Just curious, I would say that we didn't catch anything close to a 5-pound fish, and it was a clean break. Yeah, right there. Nothing anywhere close to stressing what the limit said it should be. If you're wanting a fishing rod for backpacking, maybe use like an ice rod, or they have some of these, not necessarily ice rods, but more like a travel rod and reel combo. I hope it gives you a look at something to stay away from. Until next time. I didn't even get to hook the unicorn. Ugh.